We're in Cascais at the start of leg 2, which is going to take us all the way to Alicante on the other side of Spain. Very tricky leg again. A lot of headlands to round and the Strait of Gibraltar as well. Very windy over there, so it's going to be a very intense leg. Weather changing pretty much every bay and sail changes every 3 hours, so it's going to be pretty full on. The result of the coastal race is going to help us a lot. On the ranking, we scored 3 points. Only the top 3 were scoring points. And I think by the end of this leg, we'll have a new ranking, and hopefully we make it into the top 3 by then. I tore a muscle in my calf during one of the maneuvers, so I managed to finish the leg, but it was getting a bit more painful. Had it checked yesterday. It's quite a big tear in the muscle, so I'm not in pain. So I'm gonna set this one inside for most of the time, but I will definitely be on the boat. I just can't think about missing this leg and not finishing this race. So as long as I can take the pain and I'm not creating more damage to my leg, I'm racing. Okay, good. We're off.
VO65's lining up for the start. 14 knots of wind.
On the bow. Your main, Mariana.
Okay, 3 rods.
Yeah, so we're going north of the St. Vincent TSS. It was a choice the whole fleet made. It was a shorter way to Gibraltar, less risk. And now there's another big choice. Basically, if we go straight to the strait, we'll have a big transition zone and some very uncertain weather. And if we go a bit south, so put a few more jibes south, it should be easier sailing and hopefully faster. But that's we'll know that on the other side.
And we saw a big black plastic pipe, effectively, flexible pipe, which turned out to be about 60 metres long, and we managed to get it right in the middle on the keel. So we tried to back down this morning around 4 o'clock and thought we'd cleared the problem, and then when it got light, we actually got the endoscope out and had a look at the keel, and all it had done, it sunk and was right at the bottom of the keel, just above the bowl. So we just had another go at backing down and managed to clear it. Bit of a pain. And quite strange as it wasn't affecting our boat speed that much.
See, coming across the wind acceleration through the Gibraltar Straits. So windy night, windy morning, and then a tack off basically. I'm not sure how many we did, but it was a lot. Basically up the Moroccan coast. So it was really nice scenery. We're basically 3rd place, tied 2nd, I guess, with Akzo Nobel. We're in the match. The Poland's, I don't know, half a mile or a mile ahead. That's sort of the big breeze for the leg now, and now it's basically tricky Mediterranean light wind conditions all the way to the finish. So it's sort of now to focus and get into it.
But I think they're sailing to us.
Yeah, every time I step up.
Yeah. Like,
just in front of us there is a TSS that we need to leave to starboard. Being close to Akzo on that point is a good point, and then hopefully we can pass them with our maneuvers and teamwork. Since we started hitting dry mango, we are a little bit faster though. Keep hitting it.
Yeah, it's been a match race since late yesterday when we caught up with Sailing Poland and Axo, and now we've been fighting with Axo all night. Managed to catch up with them slowly, little by little. Around midday today, managed to pass them. And now we're leading by about 2.5 miles, which is nice. Yeah, I'd rather have that position. But it's going to be a tight fight with them all the way to the finish. A few more tacks to go before a finish in Alicante. So it could be a long night with a few transitions, and it's far from over.
Good call from Nico.
Right now we are coming into Alicante. We're probably like an hour or so away, something like that. We've had a bit of a mix of conditions today. It's been masthead most of the day. Had a shut off for a little bit when we got close to Cartagena. But then wind has filled in from shore and we're doing 15 knots straight at Alicante.
It's very tight, very light wind in the finish, very tricky during the night, so we cannot see very well with the pressure. We are about 2 miles to the finish, and they are roughly 1 mile behind. Should be okay, but we never know what's going to happen.
Just go one step up.
They're really close, about a mile behind, which is closer than I'd like them to be. A lot closer.
We're getting there.
We are approaching the line. Could you confirm us that there is a flashlight on the mark, please?
It's not a flashlight, but it is a light on the mark. We see you approaching. I'll let you know when you cross.
Get in there! Yeah, buddy.
A very intense leg. It was a very long, very big effort on the team. After the first day, lost it all and then fought all the way back. It was very intense to finish, very light, and the wind was very tricky. But Nico managed to do an amazing job on the nav, and yeah, first leg win. Feels so good, and yeah, very happy.
Now a big smile.